Hey friends, how's it going? Welcome back to my channel, and today I'm gonna be doing my February TBR, which I am so excited. I can't believe it's already February. I feel like January felt like the longest month of all time and somehow like the quickest month of all time. Anybody else feel like that? I don't know. But today we're gonna be doing my February TBR, which I'm so excited for all of my reading plans for the month of February. I also am so excited and so curious to pick the next 3 Patreon prompts out of the jar. I have a new and improved Patreon jar here. I decided to switch it up so that it's a much bigger jar so that I can keep adding to it throughout the year, but I did end up putting all of these cute little stickers on it. If you didn't know, my sister sells a bunch of her stickers on Etsy and she's fucking incredible, so I will have my sister's shop linked down below, but these are all of the BTS and Taylor Swift looking, you know, stickers that she's come out with recently, and I'm obsessed with them, clearly, so I thought, why not put them on the Patreon jar, you know? But before we do pick the prompts from the Patreon jar this month, I wanted to let you know that for my book club, the book troop, we're gonna be reading Nana by Brandon Massey. This is a story that I am so excited about, and I'm so curious to see how we're gonna feel about this. This is a paranormal horror type of book, and in this story we're following this protagonist named Monica, and she never knew her birth mother. And then one day this woman named Grace arrives, and she says she's confessing to be the birth mother Monica had long waited to meet. Grace quickly becomes an indispensable member of the Stevens household, cooking their meals, looking after the children, comforting Monica when the family dog is inexplicably killed, tending to Monica as she falls ill to a mysterious sickness that every day makes Monica look and feel older. Meanwhile, Grace is looking better, more vibrant, more youthful, and more seductive. Like, what is gonna be going on in this book? I don't know. It sounds really interesting. I'm down to read a paranormal horror this month, and I'm so excited. I hope you'll be able to join us. This month for the book troop, I'm gonna be joined by my friends Jessie from Bow Ties and Books and Jan from Jan Agaton to discuss this book, hopefully at the end of February, but if not, maybe around early March. And I'm really looking forward to it, so I hope that you'll be reading along with us this month. You'll have to let me know if you are. I'm also so excited because in the month of February, I'm going to be co-hosting the Literally Dead book club again with Kayla and a bunch of other friends too. Like, she has so many co-hosts this time, and I'm so excited. We're going to be reading the new Finlay Donovan, which is called Finlay Donovan Jumps the Gun. I do think the live show for this is going to be happening on March 4th, so you do have time to, you know, catch up on the Finlay Donovan series if you haven't read them. This is the 3rd book in the series, and we're going to be doing the live show for that. I'm so excited. Finlay Donovan is one of my favorite kind of like murder mystery cozy kind of series that I've ever read. Like, I really love Finlay Donovan's character. I think I gave Finlay Donovan 5 stars and then the second book in the series 4 stars, and so this one, I'm hoping this one's gonna be a banger. I'm so excited for it. But okay, should we do it? Should we do it? I'm scared. I'm just delaying it at this point. Like, let's get to it. Okay, I'm just gonna stick my hand in and we're just gonna pick one together, okay? Okay, here we go. I've got one. Let's see. Okay. This one came from Books By and By. She said, read a book you have no interest in reading, but it's from a favorite author. Oh my gosh. Okay, can we see? Can we see? That is the prompt right there. Oh man. No interest in reading, but it's from a favorite author. I do feel like this one's kind of a tricky question because I do read most of the books from my favorite authors. Like, I don't think I have a favorite author, like a top favorite author that I haven't read one of their books yet. Because like in my head, I'm thinking some of my top favorite authors, you know, are like Taylor Jenkins Reid or like Riley Sager. But like even Taylor Jenkins Reid, I wasn't that interested in Carrie Soto, but like I'd still read it and like I've already read it. Okay, one of the only authors I can think of that I would consider a favorite is Jennifer McMahon. You know, she's written like The Winter People, The Children on the Hill, The Drowning Kind, but there are definitely some of her backlist books that I don't think I'm like super interested in reading. Like, say for example, you know, Burn Town. Like, this is one that she has that I don't think I was necessarily like super interested in picking it up. She has a few backlists like that. Like, there's this one called Promise Not to Tell. These are all just like the audiobooks that are available at my library from her, so I guess I could do one of these. This one called The One I Left Behind. So maybe if you've read any of these 3 books and there's like one in particular that you would recommend that you think I would like, then maybe like let me know. But for now, maybe I'll just plan to read one of these. Right now I'm leaning towards Burntown just because it is available to borrow now from my library. So I'm gonna go ahead and borrow it now. But all right, that's interesting. So we're getting a book from a favorite author that I never really had any real intention of reading, but now I will be reading it. Okay, let's do round two. Round two. What do we think it's gonna be? I'm scared. Okay, so we got it. It's from Abby. Read a book that is an author's debut novel. Abby. Okay, read a book that is an author's debut novel. Got it. Let's see. Oh, okay, perfect. You know, one of the books that I was hoping to read in the month of February because of Black History Month is Someone Had to Do It by Amber and Danielle Brown. And this is a duo of sisters, and this is their debut novel together. So this is actually so perfect. Thank you so much, Abby. This one, we're following this protagonist named Brandy, who's living the dream as an intern at prestigious New York fashion house. It follows these like models and influencers, and they work at the New York fashion house, and then there's murder involved. I don't even know, but it sounds really great. I've been meaning to read this for a while now because it just went on sale in December, and I haven't gotten around to it yet. So this is actually so perfect. Thank you so much to Abby. All right, it's time for the third and final pull. What is it gonna be? I'm scared. Okay. It's from Rainy Barton. Didn't Rainy pick one of the ones last month? It says read a book with a 7-word title. 7-word title? Okay, let's think. I think I can do this. Oh shit, wait, I think I've got one. I think I've got it. I think I have 2 different options for this, which is exciting because I have 2 different books here that have 7 words in the title. I have How to Make Friends with the Dark, which is 7 words, or I have The Book of the Most Precious Substance by Sarah Gran. Both of these have 7 words. That's amazing. So maybe you'll have to let me know if you have a preference for which one that I will read this month. I'm kind of leaning more towards The Book of the Most Precious Substance, to be honest. I feel like this is going to be the way to go. I feel like this is one that I am just really curious about, and I feel like the pink is giving like Valentine's Day energy, and because this book is really weird and it talks about like sex magic, I don't know, I feel like this might be the way to go for February, you know? That is amazing. So thank you so much to Abby, Rainy, and to Books by and By for picking my books this month. I think I'll be reading Burntown by Jennifer McMahon, and then I'll be reading Someone Had to Do It and The Book of the Most Precious Substance by Sarah Gran. How exciting! All right, so in addition to that Patreon, you know, jar, TBR, I do have quite a bit of a TBR for myself this month as well. One book that I'm planning on reading with my friend Brittany is Twice in a Lifetime by Melissa Barron. She asked if we could buddy read this, and I was like, yeah, sure, because it's a romance and it sounds kind of interesting. It's like a romance sci-fi book that just came out in December. It says the time traveler's wife meets Una out of order. It sounds so interesting because we're following this protagonist who receives a text from a man who seems to think that he's her husband, but then he sends back a picture of them on their wedding day, and it seems like it's a situation where he's like texting her through time, like time traveling. I don't really know, I don't fully understand, but I'm so excited to check this out. I think it sounds really interesting. So me and my friend Brittany are going to be buddy reading this one in February. Also, my friend Jessie over from Bowties and Books, who is going to be the co-host for the booktube this month, they are hosting Blackathon over on their channel. Blackathon is a readathon that they've been hosting for a couple of years now, and I'm so excited to be participating this year. I'm actually going to be hosting some Blackathon reading sprints on my channel publicly on February 15th, probably starting around like 11 a.m. Pacific time, 2 p.m. Eastern time. So if you want to join, I will have the link down below for those. But yes, I'm very excited to be participating in Blackathon this year. I think my goal with Blackathon is just going to be to read as many books from some Black authors that I've had on my TBR as I can. Like one of them that I plan to read for sure is Sweet Hand. This one was actually recently just sent to me by Gabby from Ola Books, and this one sounds so interesting. I remember hearing a lot about this from Books and Lala, like Kayla in her romance reading series that she did. She ended up really enjoying this one, and so it's had me really curious about it ever since. This one also just sounds like it's gonna be so cute because it involves like a wedding. I think he's gonna be the best man, she's gonna be the maid of honor, and then also like she has a pastry chef business. It just sounds like it's gonna be so cute and like exactly what I like looking for in romance, so I'm definitely checking this one out this month. There's also this one called Fake It Till You Bake It, which is actually actually one of the buddy reads for Blackathon, and this one is another romance. And this one says it involves a reality star and a cupcake baking football player who pretend to be a couple in order to save his bakery. Like, what? Oh my god, it sounds so freaking cute. I'm checking this one out on audio. I've already got the audiobook hold coming through in my library, so hopefully I can get that soon. And then I've also got The Getaway on my TBR for this month. I believe this one is like a young adult kind of like mystery thriller. This one was actually recently just sent to me off of my wish list from Nicole, so thank you so much to Nicole. But this one, it sounds interesting because it says we're following this protagonist who works an after-school job at the property's main theme park. So like there's gonna be a freaking theme park in this one. Like, could this be everything that I was looking for with Wonderland but I did not get? We'll have to see. It just sounds like it's gonna be interesting because it says Jay's friend Connie and her family disappear in the middle of the night and no one will talk about it. Then the richest and most powerful families start arriving, only they aren't leaving. Sounds like it's gonna be an interesting time, so I'm hoping to read this one for Blackathon as well. I'm also really excited to finally read Before I Let Go by Kennedy Ryan. This one is a recent romance that's published recently that I've been hearing such great things about it. I've been a little bit nervous to read it because I realized it's a second chance romance, because I think that this is following a couple who they were married before and they have kids, but now they're divorced, I'm pretty sure, and then it's like their story of how they're like starting to connect and fall in love again. But I'm really excited to read this. I've heard such great things about Kennedy Ryan. I don't think that I've read any of her books yet, but this is one that I'm really looking forward to. And then another romance that I'm also really looking forward to is Honey and Spice, which this was another one that I heard about because of Kayla's, you know, romance reading vlog series that she did. She ended up really loving Honey and Spice. Like, I think she said it was her favorite out of all the books that she read for that video. And this one's also a debut novel, so like, what's up? I have another debut novel here. This one, it says it centers on a young black British woman who has no interest in love and unexpectedly finds herself caught up in a fake relationship with the man she warned her girls about. Oh my gosh, that sounds amazing. I love fake dating, fake relationships. Here we go, sign me up. And so those are my plans for Blackathon this month. I think I am planning on doing at least one Blackathon reading vlog at some point this month, and then I will also be doing those reading sprints publicly on my channel. But yeah, I think in the month of February, I'm also planning on catching up on a lot of the romances that are on my TBR, because I honestly feel like the romance books are stacking up at this point and it's just getting ridiculous. Like, Sorry Bro is definitely one that I'm hoping to read this month. This one's a female-female romance. It sounds like it's gonna be very cute. It looks like it takes place in San Francisco. Like, need I say more? I'm also hoping to read The Reunion by Kayla Olson. This one also sounds like a really cute romance that I think it involves like these people that were on a show together, and then it's about the reunion that takes place like 10 years later, and there was these actors that had this chemistry, and like, I don't even know really, but it sounds like it's gonna be freaking cute and I want to read it. And then also X's and O's by Amy Lee. I actually heard really great things about this from my friend. I think my friend Brittany just gave this one 5 stars, and so I'm like, okay. And this one I'm curious about because it follows this girl who's obsessed with romance novels, and she has a social media bookstagram. I think she has like a bookstagram account, which I think that's so cool, and she'll probably be a very relatable character for me. And so I'm really intrigued at the idea of reading this one, so I'm probably gonna get to this one this month as well. I just have so many romances stacking up, and so at this point, like, anything goes, you know, like anything could happen. As far as manga goes too, I'm hoping to continue in Sweat and Soap this month with volume 7. I know my friend Gavin is gonna be hosting this like Patreon exclusive like 48-hour readathon called The Geek End at some point in February, and so that whole, you know, 48-hour readathon is dedicated to like reading manga and like graphic novels and stuff like that. And so I'm probably going to be trying to find the time to participate because I would love to read more of Sweat and Soap during that. I'm also hoping to catch up on Blood on the Tracks. I do have volumes 6 and 7 on hold at my library right now, so I'm hoping that those will come through in the month of February, and then I can just start making my way through my manga stack. You know, I have the whole stack here of all the books I would like to read soon, and so hopefully that'll happen soon. I'm very excited about the manga. So those are all of my reading plans for the month of February. Let me know, what are you going to be reading in the month of February? Are you going to be participating with us in the book troop this month? Are you going to be reading along with Nana? Let me know. And thank you so much for watching as always, and I will see you very soon with another video. Bye!